Hello everyone. I welcome you dear students to the first session for our grade 9 geography, and our first lesson is Earth as a planet. I am Dr. Sanjeev Padvi, dear student, and I assure you you will thoroughly enjoy this lesson. It's one of the very wonderful lesson that you can ever study in your life. As you can see here, name of the lesson is Earth as a planet, okay, and you must have studied about it that Earth is a planet. Okay, if the question is asked to you, what are you looking at this? Some of you might have guessed it correctly, saying that it's a galaxy. That's true. What is a galaxy, dear student? Galaxy is an absolutely huge cluster of stars where billions of stars are present, and this galaxy that you see here is Milky Way galaxy. It is an arm of a Milky Way galaxy in which our Earth is present. Now this each dot here, dear student, that you see over here is itself a star. And around that star, to search for a planet is absolutely difficult. Very difficult. Okay, of course, scientists have discovered few other planets outside our solar system also. But you must have realized after looking at this picture that searching for the planet outside the solar system is so difficult because the stars are billions and billions kilometer away from us. To see them itself, you require extremely huge telescopes. And now around these stars, okay, each dot itself looks so small. To search for a planet becomes very difficult. Anyway, our topic is Earth as a planet. So what exactly is a planet? So the simplest definition of a planet is that it is an object. Now suppose this is a star. So a planet which is revolving around a star is termed as a planet. However, every object that revolves around a star is not a planet, dear student. Okay, in order to be called it as a planet, it should have sufficient mass. It should be having uh, quite a big size. Okay, so Earth belongs to a category of a planet. Okay, a planet is basically an object which has sufficient mass, which has its own orbit, and which keeps on revolving in that orbit around the star. So Earth is one such a planet, and if we are try to search for our planet Earth in this huge Milky Way, it's absolutely difficult. Okay, but we should be so thankful that yes, we are here, we are surviving here on Earth, and God has really kept us wonderfully well, because in such a huge universe our existence is really very small. But now today we are in a position to understand our universe. But before that, we should know what is so special about our Earth as a planet. Now, by the way, this Milky Way, dear students, if you look at it, okay, it looks like a firecracker that keeps on moving around itself. It's a spinning wheel like structure. This Milky Way is consisting of, as I said, extremely large number of stars. One estimate say around 100,000 million stars are present. With that, there is absolutely huge amount of dust, and also lot of gases are present. And this Milky Way galaxy, dear students, when you look it from the top, it looks like a spinning wheel. If you go under it, and if you look above it, you will find it looking like a spinning wheel. And that's why we call it by the name spiral galaxy. Now, if you look at this spiral galaxy, you will find that this galaxy is having four arms. Okay, arm 1, this is arm 2, this is arm 3, and this is arm number 4. And our sun is present in the arm which is called as Orion spur, about 27,000 light years away from the center. Okay, let us look at this next picture. See, here is a center of a galaxy. You can see here one of the arm of the galaxy called as Scutum Centaurus, and you find here another arm of the galaxy here. Its name is Orion spur, and our sun is present about 27,000 light years away from the center. Please remember, light year is a distance traveled by light in 1 year. Let me tell you in simple words. Light speed is 3 lakh kilometer in 1 second. So, if you start traveling with a speed of 3 lakh kilometer in 1 second, whatever distance you reach after 1 year, that will be 1 light year. So that way, when you start counting, in order to go to the center of our Milky Way, you will require 27,000 light years. So it's an extremely large distance, and humans have yet not found any way to do that. Means to reach to the center of the galaxy or moving out of the galaxy. The fastest vehicle that these which the rockets which are made by human beings can travel at a speed of at maximum speed of 75,000 kilometer per hour. If you travel at a speed of 3 lakh kilometer per second, then after 27,000 years, we will be able to reach to the center of the galaxy. And to come out of our galaxy, we will require around 23,000 light years. Okay. Anyway, so sun is present in the one of the arm of the Milky Way galaxy, and name of this arm is Orion spur. Okay, and around this sun, our Earth is present somewhere revolving around it. Now, as I told you, astronomers. Okay, now if you look at these stars, dear student, this is just huge in number. Astronomers have estimated that in our Milky Way galaxy, there are around 100,000 million stars. And how many galaxies are there? In our Milky Way galaxy, around 100,000 million stars. So how many galaxies are there? So far in an observable universe, they have estimated around 125 billion galaxies. Oh my God. 125 billion galaxy. And out of these 125 billion galaxies, one of the galaxy is our Milky Way galaxy, which is home for our planet Earth. Okay, dear students, universe is just unimaginably huge in size, absolutely huge in size. Okay, now here you are looking at one of the arm of this Milky Way galaxy, and of course it is Orion spur that is visible to us. If the sky is very clear, we may be able to see that one. Now, our solar system, I hope you must be knowing, consisting of sun in the center, and there are 8 planets, dear students, revolving around the sun. There are total 8 planets revolving around the sun, and you must be knowing their names. But besides these 8 planets, there are many asteroids which are countless in number. The size is from few meters up to some hundreds of kilometer long. So some of them are very small, 2 meter, 3 meter, up to hundreds of meters, and some of them are even in kilometer wide. Okay, so there are countless number of asteroids, there are comets also, and of course there are 8 planets that are revolving around the sun. Please remember, our Earth is the 5th largest planet. Okay, we are 5th largest, and please remember, Earth is having the land, Venus is having land, Mars is having the land, and the Mercury is also having the land on it. So such a planets which are having a land, we call them terrestrial planet. So among these terrestrial planets, which are 4 in number, Earth is the largest terrestrial planet, whereas other planets don't have the land. They are gaseous planets. Okay, and of course the largest you must be knowing, that is Jupiter. Now, these asteroids, they keep on revolving around the sun, and they are present between Mars and Jupiter. Between Mars and Jupiter, these planets, these are not planets, these asteroids are present, okay, which are extremely small size to large size one. And sometimes these asteroids get pulled towards the Earth by the gravitational force, and in case they come towards the Earth, they can cause very great danger to the planet Earth. Okay, if they strike our Earth, you must be knowing that the dinosaurs disappeared from Earth because of the impact of one of the asteroid. Okay, thanks to the moon, dear student, that is revolving around the Earth, that is able to pull these asteroids before they fall on Earth. Okay, anyway, asteroids are many in number, and they are moving in between Mars and Jupiter planet. Now, this is one of the photograph of those asteroids, as I said, extremely small to very huge in size. Now, when viewed from space, okay, our Earth appears bluish in color. And that is why we also call it by the name blue planet. We call our Earth by the name blue planet because it appears bluish in color. And the reason is our Earth is surrounded by gases, of course, but 71% of our Earth is covered with water, and that's why Earth appears as blue in color. Okay, now our Earth is consisting of three spheres, and in those three spheres, a fourth sphere has originated. The first sphere of the Earth is called lithosphere, which is made up of rocks. Hydrosphere, made up of water. Atmosphere, made up of gases. And these three spheres together have resulted into origin of one more sphere called as biosphere, where living things are present. Now, this lithosphere, dear student, is the outermost layer of the Earth where you and me live. It is the outermost layer where you see the land on which we construct houses, we construct roads, buildings, we construct dams. On this lithosphere, the rivers flow, the lakes are present. Okay, oceans are also present. Okay, to some extent on the surface of this lithosphere. Okay, of course, that extremely huge piece of water will be called as hydrosphere, but that ocean will be definitely present on a surface. So that outermost surface of the Earth is called as lithosphere. We also call it by the name Earth's crust, which is made up of three major rocks: igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks, and sedimentary rocks. This layer is very important, dear students, because we live on it, plants grow on it, and human activities are carried out on this sphere only. Now, hydrosphere is now second sphere, as I told you, consisting of water. Now, water present in lakes, in rivers, water present in seas, oceans, all this water together we call it by the name hydrosphere, and Earth's 71% part is covered with hydrosphere. 71% part of the Earth is covered with hydrosphere, which is a very huge part. In fact, our Earth's name should have been water instead of Earth. Reason is Earth means soil, and how much soil is present? If 71% is water, so 29% is land. That means water is present more in quantity than land. Therefore, some people also call our planet Earth by not the name Earth, but by the name water planet, because so much part of Earth is covered with water. Of course, water is essential for our survival. Every living thing in nature, whether plant or animal or microorganism, all need water for their survival. And if life is present on Earth, one of the reason is hydrosphere. Now let us look at the third sphere of our Earth called as atmosphere. Now from the surface of Earth, dear student, if this is the surface of the Earth, okay, and if we start going up, atmosphere is found almost up to 1600 kilometer up. It spreads to a very high extent, almost up to the height of 1600 kilometer. This atmosphere of Earth consists of extremely important gases called nitrogen. Second most important gas present is oxygen. Third most important gas present in atmosphere is carbon dioxide, and also it consists of other inert gases. Okay, hydrogen is also present, dust is present in our atmosphere, and this atmosphere supports the life, and it also protects our Earth from ultraviolet rays. Very dangerous, harmful rays coming from the sun are obstructed by atmosphere, and we people here on Earth are protected from this ultraviolet radiation because ozone layer of Earth stops them and protect us. Dear student, the next topic is now about shape of the Earth. Okay, shape. Now, previously people thought that Earth is flat. If you go on a ground, okay, and when you look at the ground, it appears flat to you. Similarly, people in the beginning were afraid of traveling far because they used to think that if the Earth is flat like this, and if you are traveling in one direction, so when you will come to the edge of the Earth, you will fall down. So they were afraid of traveling that way, and they thought that Earth is flat. But however, later on, people began to think that Earth must not be flat but be spherical in shape, because when they looked at the moon, they saw it spherical in shape. When they looked at the sun, they thought sun is also spherical in shape. So then they got an idea that Earth must also be spherical in shape. Okay, and the idea was first proposed by a very great mathematician called as Pythagoras. Okay, you must have heard of his um, Pythagoras theorem. Okay, 500 BC, that means almost 2500 years ago, he was able to propose that Earth must be spherical, and he got an idea. So now, please, dear student, remember this is moon. Okay, and he found that this part of the moon is now appearing spherical in shape. So he guessed that Earth must be casting the shadow on the moon, and if you look at the shadow, that shadow appears spherical in shape. So he called it by the name terminator. Terminator means the line that divides the part of the moon which is in light from the part which is in darkness. So this line appeared to him spherical. He got an idea that Earth must also be spherical in shape because spherical objects cast circular shadow. You take a ball in your hand and you stand against the light, and if you see the shadow on the wall over there, okay, if you take it actually in your hand, if you make the light fall on that ball, the shadow will be circular in shape. So he got an idea that Earth must also be spherical in shape because it is casting the shadow which is having a circular shape. So this is how he was the first one to propose it. Okay. Then second, then there was another a very famous person, dear student. You can see his picture. His name is Anaxagoras. Okay, and this Anaxagoras was able to uh, find out the reason for an eclipse. Okay, during an eclipse, Earth cast its shadow on Moon, or Moon cast its shadow on Earth. So when the shadow of the Earth will fall on the Moon, that shadow also looked spherical in shape. So therefore, he was the second person who also decided to tell or decided to agree with the fact that was proposed by Pythagoras, that Earth must be spherical in shape. See, if this is the sun, if here is the Earth, and let us say here is the moon. So when the sunlight will start from the sun, okay, this way, so Earth's shadow will fall here on the moon. This shadow will fall on the moon, and this shadow made the shape which was circular shape. It was circular shape. So this is how he was able to say that Earth must be spherical in shape. Okay. Now after them, the another Indian person. Okay, you must have heard the name Aryabhatta. Okay, he was also India's famous mathematician, as well as he was astronomer. Even he also proposed that Earth must be spherical in shape. Okay, then of course Pythagoras, Aristotle, those people also proposed that Earth must be spherical, but they were not able to give the 100% proof that Earth shape is spherical. So then how do we know today, or how people later accepted that Earth must be spherical? Okay, so what proofs we had to give in order to tell that, or in order to prove that Earth is spherical in shape? Now let us look at this. The most and very not most, one of the most important proof. Dear students, if the Earth was flat like this, okay, now please look at this diagram very carefully. Suppose this is water, okay, and suppose this is a land over here, and let us say you are standing here and you are looking at a ship coming towards you. If the Earth was flat, you would have been able to see the entire ship coming towards you. But that does not happen. If you stand on a seashore, okay, if you are standing over here on a seashore, first you are able to see only the front part of the ship. When the ship will come to this particular point, you will be able to see now the other part of the ship like this. And when it will come here, then you will be able to see the entire ship. Okay, so you can see initially you will be able to see this part. Then when it comes more further towards you, then you are able to see the top part, and when it comes further towards the seashore, you are able to see the entire ship. That happens because the shape of the Earth is spherical. So please look here. Suppose you are standing here and a ship is approaching from this way. So if you are standing here, dear student, at this point here, you won't be able to see the ship. Okay, but when the ship will start coming towards you, first you will be able to see this part, then it will come towards here, then you will be able to see this part, and when it turns down, then from here you will be able to see the entire ship. Okay, so this is the first proof that Earth is spherical in shape. Then proof number 2, pole star, dear student. Please remember, pole star is directly over your head only at the north pole. If Earth was flat and if pole star is here, then suppose you are here in USA, I am here in India, and somebody here in Japan. So for all of us, the pole star would have been what? Above our head. But that does not happen. The pole star, dear student, if this is the Earth, please understand, and if this is the axis of the Earth, here is a North Pole. So only to the person standing at the North Pole, for him, the pole star is directly above his head. Anybody who is standing here near the equator, above his head, pole star won't be there. So he has to see at this side in order to see the pole star. This is another proof that the Earth must be spherical in shape, because pole star is seen directly overhead at the North Pole. Now my question to you, what will happen if you stand at the South Pole? Will you be able to see the pole star? Now dear students, South Pole is here, and suppose you are standing at this point here, you won't be able to see the pole star at all. You won't be able to see. This is another proof that Earth must be spherical in shape. Okay, so if the pole star is here, so only to the people, okay, who are above this will be able to see. The people who are below this won't be able to see the pole star above them. Okay, that is another proof that Earth must be spherical in shape. Then third proof, during lunar eclipse, as I already told you, the shadow of the Earth which falls on the moon is seen circular, and only the spherical objects are able to cast this circular shaped shadow. Okay, now the fourth and very important proof is circumnavigation of the Earth. Now what is the meaning of the word circumnavigation? Okay, circumnavigation means to move all around the Earth. Okay, now suppose I take this one object in my hand, okay, and if I stand here, and because this object is circular in shape, so when I start moving, when I take a complete circle, I come back here. That is possible only if the object is spherical in shape. So again, if I take these hands like this, okay, these hands together in spherical shape, so when you start moving this way, so you will be able to come back to this point after completing the entire round. So Magellan was one sailor, okay, and he began his journey, dear students, from one part of the earth like this, okay, and then he was so sure that earth is spherical in shape, so he began traveling, and after completing that entire round, his crew came back to the place from where they had started. So Magellan, now actually when the journey began, dear student, Magellan was not able to complete the entire journey, because when they arrived at one of the islands, the island people thought some people have come to attack them. So there was a big fight, and in that war, Magellan got killed on that island. but his crew members completed the remaining journey. So therefore Magellan is still given the credit of completing the circumnavigation. He did not complete the entire one. He did complete some part of it. Okay, so that means if he begins his journey this way all around the earth, okay, and when he reached almost, let us say, this part, okay, then he died on the way, okay, because of the war, but his crew members then later on completed the journey. Okay, now next, another very interesting experiment was carried out at a place called Bedford Canal experiment. Dear students, if you take the three sticks, okay, and now let us put it this way. Suppose you put the if the earth is flat and if you take the three sticks of the same size, okay, and you see them from a very far away distance, all of them will be seen to you of the same height here. But because earth is spherical, so what will happen now? See this. So because earth is spherical in shape, so when you put one stick here, the another stick of the same size and another stick over here, the middle one appear taller than the other two. That will be possible only if the earth shape is spherical. So I will demonstrate this for you. Suppose this is the spherical part of the earth. Okay, now I take here two sticks of the same size. Okay, same size stick here. The sticks are of the same size. I put one stick here and I put another stick here. Okay, or you can take this example. Okay, now because this part is spherical in shape, okay, here if I put one stick here, dear student, at side and one stick at this particular point, this one will appear taller even though both of them are of the same size, same, but one of them will appear taller to you because of the spherical shape on which I had kept it. So similarly, in a Bedford Canal experiment also the same thing happened. Okay, that is another proof that our earth is really spherical in shape. Okay, now imagine if the earth was flat like this, completely flat like this, then what would have happened? Suppose here I am standing in one country, you are standing in another country, and now if the sunrise had taken place, then for me also it would have been sunrise, for you also it would have been sunrise. If the sun was here, then for every one of us there would have been afternoon, and when the sun will go down here, it would have been sunset. That means there would have been same time for the sunrise and the same time for sunset. But we know that does not happen. When it is day in India, it's night in USA. This proves that, dear student, that happens because of spherical shape of the earth. Okay, that means what will happen over here, that because the shape of the earth is spherical, so if my fingers are suppose are pointing towards you, now on them here the light is falling, so these parts of the finger there is light, so here is the daytime, but opposite side here the light will not reach. I am talking about this part. So the side which is towards me, there will be the night time. So but when the earth will start moving this way, okay, so that time when my other fingers will come in front of you here, there will be the sunrise, and this part because it is going to go behind, there will be sunset. So we have different time for sunrise and sunset because earth is spherical in shape. Okay, the different timings for sunrise and sunset at different places on earth is an indication that our earth is really spherical in shape. Now let us look at the next example or next proof. This is the ultimate proof, dear student. Aerial photographs. Aerial. Okay. So now you can see the photograph of the earth taken from the surface of the moon, and you can see here in the background the earth as a perfect sphere. Okay. So that is the ultimate proof that earth is spherical in shape. So pictures taken from satellites by the astronauts. Okay, this is that this is surface of the moon. Okay, and in the background here you see the earth. Okay, it's a proof that yes, our earth is seriously spherical in shape. Now let us look at one more example, gravity. Now in physics you must have studied that gravity is a force of attraction. Okay, if earth was if earth was flat, what would have happened? Okay, let us say here is center of earth. Okay, let us say I am standing here and you are standing exactly above here. Okay, this is you, this is me. So between me and center of the earth the distance is more. Between you and center of the earth distance is less. So you would have experienced more force of the earth because you are closer to the center, and I will be experiencing less because I will be away from the center. But that does not happen. Everyone on earth experience the same force of attraction, and that is possible because earth is spherical. So this is center of the earth. Suppose now this is person number 1, person number 2 over here. So whatever is this distance, same is this distance also, same is this distance also. So everyone on earth experience almost same force of attraction because earth is spherical in shape. Okay, so because of that spherical shape, okay, now suppose here is the center of the earth where this finger is there. So what would have happened from top here till the center, and from bottom till this center? Okay, here the distance would have been same. Okay, so because of spherical shape of the earth, this center would be experiencing same force of attraction by the gravitational force. That is possible because our earth is spherical in shape. Okay, now there is one more proof for the spherical shape of the earth, and that is the launching of artificial satellites. Okay, now please remember that when these satellites are launched, okay, the scientists make assumption that earth is spherical in shape, and they are going to send the satellite to move around the earth. So they carry out those calculations considering that earth shape is spherical and a satellite will be moving around it. So whatever calculations they carry out by considering the earth is spherical in shape, those calculations are absolutely accurate, which means the earth must be spherical in shape. So in this way, dear student, we can give so many examples about the spherical shape of the earth. You can also think about one more point. Okay, if possible, go to a top of your building, okay, wherever you are living, or if possible, go in a very open place and look at the extreme end right in front of you. There you will find the sky seems to be turning outward like this, touching the earth. The place where it appears to touch the earth is called horizon. At that horizon, you will find this perfect spherical shape of the earth. Okay, that is another example to prove that yes, earth is really spherical in shape. Okay, students.